But let's move to Thursday night action. Arkansas State Red Wolves against App State Mountaineers. This is App State's first game in the Sun Belt. Arkansas State 1-1 in the Sun Belt, 3-2 overall. Let's take a look at what we are dealing with. App State opening up at -10. Now there are 10.5 on the board. This total opened up at 63.5 and now is at 65. Arkansas State back-to-back wins with 50-plus points. Last Thursday's wild 59-52 win over Georgia State was, tough to watch if you were backing Georgia State. Quarterback Lane Hatcher went 21 of 28 for 332 yards, 4 TDs. And then teammate Logan Bonner went 18 for 28 for 197 yards and 3 TD passes himself. Both Jonathan Adams and Dahu Green caught for 170-plus yards and 2 TDs each. Arkansas State is scoring 38.2 points per game, but allowing 39.8 points per game. They're putting up 496 total yards while allowing 481.8. App State allows less than half the points that Ark State allows, 19.3 points per game. They opened with a 35-20 win at home over Charlotte, followed that with a hard-fought 17-7 loss at Marshall before crushing Campbell 52-21 at home last week. They beat Campbell, and App State had 21 players dealing with COVID. So 3 players have tested positive. 18 others are quarantined right now. Deatrick Harrington rushed for career highs of 211 yards, 4 touchdowns. They put up 404 yards on the ground. A lot of moving parts with the COVID piece. Let's start with Connor Mack. Connor, the Thursday nighter, Sun Belt, Fun Belt action. What are you thinking here?
Yeah, this one, I don't know. Arkansas State, I took a lot last year. Their first few games, their defense actually played pretty well. But they can't stop anybody, and that's how it was last year. In the last few weeks, they've given over 50 points. I kind of lean towards the over and the 10 with Arkansas State. And App State's brought in coach after coach, it seems like, but they kind of have the same system they're keeping in, same momentum. They're a solid team. I took Marshall earlier in the year to upset App State. I'm not that high on him this year as in years past. So I'd lean the over. I don't know if I'm going to play this. I'd lean the over, and I'd take the 10.5. I just don't like App State. I just don't like them.
I hear that.
Not a 10.5. Not a 10.5.
They're not the offensive team that they have been in the past, and now dealing with COVID as well. We're also the chat talking about the game that we opened with, the NC State Wolfpack game, with Devin Leary carted off the field in the third quarter against Duke on Saturday. And the leg is now in an air cast, saying that is the reason for the big market move towards the Tar Heels. Let's stay with this Thursday, Arkansas State Red Wolves, App State Mountaineers. What are you thinking here, John?
I think you go with the favorite here. Not that I'm a big fan of either team in this situation, as Connor mentioned, but I think you go with the favorite here. They, according to my work, have the much better offense. They're much more efficient, and they're matched up against a defense that is not as strong as some of the other opponents that they've already faced. So my lean would be initially here on Appalachian State, and the betting flows seem to be pretty slow coming in here. This is one of those games that's not in a Big Five conference, with all due respect, but it seems like there's not enough bets being placed yet to get any good intelligence out of those betting flows. But my lean would be Appalachian State.
Ben Sports 24/7 says App State at home can't cover 10's a lot of points. Viper NB agreeing with your look here. Ben Sports 24/7 says Arkansas State can score. They're definitely the play for me. Dennis Garcia is on an App State money line and under parlay, while he considers laying the 10.5. Cash action bets Arkansas State plus 10, cover and not win.